Hello, I'm Ray Rickman, Executive Director of Stages of Freedom, and this week I want to do a book review on a 1957 book, Rhode Island, The Development of a Democracy. Dennis Roberts was governor of Rhode Island. Paul F. Gleason, classical high school uh, history teacher, wrote this, published by the Rhode Island State Board of Education, Providence, Rhode Island, 1957. And the reason I want to pull this out, and you can get it at the library. You can buy this copy from me for $10. I've got two, but anyway, I didn't come here to sell a book. I wanted to point it out because I was rereading it over the weekend. No one reads, 70-year-old books but me. And you come to the part about Negroes, at least it's capitalized. It's so negative. We have Negroes in Rhode Island. They tell you that. And they tell you in the beginning, Negroes were 1.2% of the population in 1790, the first census. And then the Negro population grew, and then it declined, and then after World War II, Negroes came from Maryland and other such places. And so now Negroes are on the climb in their actual numbers. It doesn't tell you the numbers, though they have them available. Then they talk about there being Orientos, and capital O. And we have a few Japanese and a few Chinese, and then some other Orientals. And again, all of this is available in the census, but it's all negative. Now, there's a lot of stuff in here negative about Italian Americans. They're praising Burnside, Governor Burnside, of course, and then Nelson Aldrich, General Manager of the United States. He's this powerful United States Senator at the turn of the century, 50 years earlier than this book came out. And the reason I suggest you read it, and again, it would be interesting to see if 10 of you go read it. I'd love 10,000 of you to go read it. But it is where we were and what the government thought about us as a people, us, all of us, and what they thought about the state, and then the planning, where we're going to go from here, is just hilarious and fabulous. It is kind of a stagnated view, and we wonder why we're in trouble all the time. I want to, again, suggest this to you. I'm not suggesting it to you for you to have reading material. I'm trying to figure out how we can get our thinking together so that we can move forward. I'm watching the new Commissioner of Education, and she's pontificating kind of what she is going to make happen. I hear very little we in her discussion, very little. She's trying to exclude the school board and probably the mayor and probably the parents and I want to say probably because I personally think it's a little early for her to have all these strong views. I'm interested in how we figure out how to move the school system forward and how we can think about who we are at this moment and how we got here and why we have an inferior education. And just reading official state book will tell you how negative people were thinking about large parts of the population as early as 1957. I'd love to see a 1937 version of this.